We have Indian guests. We
It's
have it
live now.
earlier
Got
to
it.
adjust everybody.
Wonderful.
नमस्कार, वेलकम इंस्पायरिंग इंडियन वुमन की तरफ से आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत है. We are on third day of our show that we are having. We were having it lot of sessions, health and well-being sessions, and a lot of guests. And then we had a little pause, and now we are back. So make sure that whoever is watching, you keep on sharing this video so that more people can join. Today we have a wonderful, wonderful guest with us. Her name is Namita Tiwari. Welcome, Namita. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Darshana. Thank you for the warm welcome. And I'm so happy to be on Inspiring Indian Women platform once again. I was here sometime in May, 1.5 years back, and I'm so excited to be here again. And I want to congratulate you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So Namita is a marketing leader and a TEDx speaker, and she has over 20 years experience working with very well-known companies. A lot of you might have heard of these companies. Infosys, HCL, Wipro, and lots more. We are going to talk a lot about all this, and stay tuned. Keep sharing this video so that many people can benefit. We have Namita here. She's taken out time. And Namita ji, my first question is, tell us a little bit about your journey, how it started. Was this your career, what you decided when you were in college days, or it just turned out this? Share a little bit of story about yourself, please.
Yeah, hi. So I am Namita Tiwari, and I am right now speaking from Delhi. I am a marketing leader working for Wipro, heading one of their marketing divisions. And I am a speaker. I am a TEDx speaker. I'm a storyteller. I am many things. My journey actually started, I did my MBA from Symbiosis in 2002, 20 years ago. And yes, I mean, while I was in my first year of my MBA, I had found my calling in marketing. I was very passionate about marketing. I was a part of the marketing club at that time. And I was also very clear about, which industry, what marketing I will be doing. And by God's grace, I have, kind of my journey has been aligned to my dream, and steps have gone bigger, milestones have gone bigger, in the last 20 years. But the journey or the path was more or less what I had thought it out to be. So I'm glad, what I wanted to achieve, I was able to achieve. And while there's a lot more left, I'm quite excited about the journey ahead as well. It's been a wonderful journey. I've had great, career achievements, worked with great organizations, got onto the speaking platform. I give guest lectures at many B schools. I have 28,000 followers on LinkedIn who follow my marketing nuggets. I mean, it's really incredible the kind of acceptance and appreciation I have got, in the last few years. And it suddenly becomes very fruitful and very motivating. And I want to inspire many young women and young youth to, move towards marketing, look for a career in marketing. And I think that's my calling for now.
Great, wonderful, wonderful. So all of those of you people who want to, go into marketing field, or who want to, set their business and take that to next level, then please follow Namita ji. Namita ji, please share your Instagram and LinkedIn ID so that people can start following you.
Yeah, I'll do that. Should I do it right now, or we'll share?
Yeah, whenever you are ready. But while you do that, I just wanted to ask you, wonderful sharing your success stories, but what were the obstacles you faced when, if you have reached these heights, then surely it's not a smooth, straight journey. Some
No.
people face a lot of obstacles right from the beginning, from their home. There are people who are like at home, not wanting you to do certain things, like whatever is your dream. They feel, nahi, ये करो, ये अच्छा है, सिंपल है, ये स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड फॉर्मूला है, हमारी फैमिली ने सभी ये किया है. तो नमिता जी, आपकी लाइफ में कौन से ऑब्स्टेकल्स आए, एंड हाउ डिड यू ओवरकम देम?
So the obstacles that came were also, in the professional side of my life only. I've been blessed with an extremely supportive family. I think one of the biggest reasons why I'm a success today is my progressive father and, the wonderful mother. a wonderful family, very supportive brother, very supportive ecosystem at home. But yes, the roadblocks that came, was from the professional side. So we all face office politics. We all face gender biases. Of course, I faced, and in my career, and I don't want to name any companies here, but it has been a tough journey. And what has actually, how I converted those roadblocks into opportunities was to be a volunteer when it came to taking up any difficult projects. So whatever anybody else is saying no to, I will take it up. When you show courage, you automatically get support. And you have to be persistent, in facing any any kind of unfavorable situation at work. Not everybody, every time your leaders will be fair to you. Not every time everybody will be supportive. So there are a lot of dynamics that are there in the corporate world. And those are the kind of roadblocks that I faced primarily in the first 10 years of my career. And I think one of the reasons that, that I feel I was able to overcome was I was persistent. You have to show up every day despite whatever happens. You don't have to give up. So just keep being persistent, knocking onto the opportunities every time, every day. I think that will bring you success. You pursue success so persistently that doesn't have an option to go anywhere else but to come to you. So that's how I have been, and be very, very proactive, reaching out opportunities, being ahead of time. Always be curious learner. I am, even after 20 years of experience, I still, join a master class on marketing whenever I can. I do it because I want to be a better marketer. I want to be a marketer who's ahead, who knows what's happening in the world, and is first one to apply it practically. So I am always I'm a curious learner. I am a very proactive professional. I am constantly in touch with what's happening in the world, and even trying to invest time to learn new things and be ahead of the game.
Very nice, very nice. So continuous learner, yeah, I also agree that you have to be a student. Actually, you're a student for whole your life. And if
Yes.
you have that student mentality, then you can learn more and you have that flexibility in you. So wonderful. And every day is a challenge. So my next question is, when there are office politics, would you say that people who are uh, say bright stars or the future of the company, they get more harassed or they face more politics than the other people who are not so ambitious and who just want to be wherever they are? Would you say that it
Uh,
happens like that?
See, I think anybody can face bad politics. It's not persistent to whether you're perceived as a performer or not. And if you are perceived as a performer, you sometimes you may feel that something is happening, but that's not always happening because you are I think everybody goes through it. So to answer your question in short, it's not that someone who's perceived a star will only go through it. Everybody will go through it, and at various phases of your career you have to be strong enough to tackle it, and you have to find out your supporters, you have to present your case well, and you have to seek out your way out of such unfavorable situations. So
Wonderful, wonderful. So that's quite a bit of learning. And what about your TEDx journey? You've been a TEDx speaker on many, many times. So how did you, I mean, how was it? You got your first TEDx, and how did you get the idea to go on the TEDx speaker? Did you get the idea or did you get an invite? And how do you choose the topics of the TEDx?
oh, that's a wonderful question. I'm so happy that you're talking about. I think my TEDx talk happened in April, this year, and as I mentioned before, that I am popular speaker at many B schools. So this happened at one of the B schools, Ford School of Management in Delhi, where I had already spoken on marketing and given guest lectures on marketing a couple of times. So they knew me, and when they had TEDx, they invited me to talk about marketing, and the topic was also marketing related. So I positioned myself as a marketing guru. I spoke in TEDx. I spoke on marketing in metaverse. So if you know about metaverse, it's the latest great thing that's happened to us. And I spoke about marketing in metaverse, and my TEDx talk basically highlighted my opinion on metaverse marketing, which was that, there are three ways of engaging consumers on metaverse. The first is using emotions. The second is giving them a highly immersive experience. And the third was, fueling the engagement. So you engage the audiences in a big way with the opportunity that metaverse offers. So emotion, experience, and engagement were the three E's that I presented in my TEDx talk. And I would love to have all you guys watch it. Please watch my TEDx talk whenever possible. I will share the link with Rashmi and Darshana, and kindly have a look at that. I'm very grateful that I got my TEDx opportunity, and it's a great platform. Ideas worth sharing, and I hope to do many more TED Talks in future. Yes.
So what are your three main qualities behind your success? What would you say?
Yes. So first is persistence. So, keep going, keep pursuing, you keep knocking at opportunities, keep reaching out, and, keep going. Don't just give up. Not giving up and keep trying is persistence. Second is proactivity. Be proactive. Don't be reactive. So don't wait that someday someone will call you and then you will do it. You have to reach out to people on your own as well, and be as proactive. You should know what is your target for this year. So I have a target for this year, and I'm not going to wait for someone to come and give it to me on a platter. I'm going to chase it like nobody's business and achieve it. So proactiveness. And third one is the most important, passion. I am a passionate marketer. Above anything else, above any achievement, above any learning, above anything else, it's my passion for marketing. It's my belief in the power of marketing that has made me achieve all that I have achieved till now. So passion is very important. These three things: passion, proactiveness, and persistence.
Wonderful. So other than this, what are your passions? What are your hobbies?
Speaking. So I do speak on marketing, but I would love to speak on, change, on leadership. I would love to speak on women empowerment. I would love to speak on, girl education. I would love to speak on these causes. So far, I speak on marketing, but maybe in times to come, as I get opportunities, I would love to be a global icon who shares her ideas, and people are willing to listen to her on many issues, many topics. And I really want to contribute to the world in a big way. My aspirations are very high. So
Right.
Speaking, traveling.
Of course, you say already we shared that you are a TEDx speaker, so obviously you love speaking. But other than that, your personal hobbies.
Traveling.
Like I love music. What are your hobbies? What
Traveling,
is your passion?
Traveling is a passion for me. I really enjoy traveling, nature, being with nature, finding out some interesting place, which is not very famous, but a nice place to go to. I am a very adventurous traveler, so to say. Bungee jumping, these kind of adventurous activities I enjoy. I also enjoy cooking a lot. I also enjoy creative writing. So I have written a book on I'm writing a book on women stories, some kind of creative writing I'm doing. So let's see what happens on that. But there are many things that I do. I'm a woman with great passions, great interest, many hobbies I have. Cooking is also one of my hobbies.
So then how do you manage your day? What's your day like with all of these things happening? How do you manage? Is it like you have a scheduled time to wake up and a discipline, or is it flexible? Because if you're doing so many things, then discipline is must. But that's what is my opinion. But do share with our audience, because a lot of people, they want to do many things, but they always complain that they do have the passion, but they don't have the time. What would you say about this?
Yeah, so I have a few rules that I follow around this. So my mornings is a very beautiful morning routine that I have. So I exercise every morning. My fitness trainer comes and I exercise every morning. So and I meditate every morning. So mornings have to be like this, and as long as these two things have been done the way they have been, the rest of the day follows. Most of my time, of course, goes in my work. I don't cook or travel, or I mean, I can't follow all the hobbies every day. So what typically happens is, on a work day, which is a weekday, it would typically be, I'll exercise, I'll meditate, I will make my breakfast, and then I will be at work for the whole day. And I will, in the evening, I will step out to complete my 10,000 steps. So I will step out for a half an hour walk or something, and then I will come and cook my dinner. This is how typically it is. I don't cook my lunch. I make only my breakfast and only my dinner. And on a weekend, so weekend is planned, and also in the weekday, just because if people who if you cannot find time, please schedule your important tasks, block time for your important things get scheduled are the things that get done. So please block time in your calendar and follow it as much as you can. Even if if you've not done this before, try doing it. It'll take you some time to kind of stick to that, but you will find that within a week or 2 weeks you have started sticking to what you have scheduled. And it's also a good reminder many a times, because we don't remember the right time, so we kind of miss the timelines and miss the deadlines. If you put a proper schedule on your calendar which pops up and you see it and you follow it, you are very likely to achieve your productivity goals in a big way. So, and weekends I plan my weekends in advance. So if it is going to a museum or if it is going out traveling, it will be planned very clearly with the checklist as well. And reading, I read in the weekend. I write in the weekend. I do these kind of these interviews in the weekend, and I really kind of make the most of my weekends as well. I think the key is that you need to make the most of your time, plan out your time, plan out your activities. Of course, there'll be some things which will move out, but the goal is that only things that are on your priority have to be done. So whatever goes out should be something which is low on your priority, at least. The big things you have to achieve, and for that you have to plan it, you have to schedule it.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you for sharing this. So, all of you wonderful people who are watching this and who aspire to achieve those goals, but always say don't find time, then these are the useful tips that Namita has given us. और एक बार फिर से रिमाइंड करूंगी, अगर आप देख रहे हैं तो प्लीज ये वीडियो शेयर कीजिए, ताकि ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग, नमिता जी हमारे साथ है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग इसका बेनिफिट उठा सके. I would like to ask you one more question. I'm so glad that you mentioned meditation, because I am a meditation teacher. So, Mahatma Gandhi used to say that, if somebody says that I have a lot of work, like example, I have 20 meetings to attend, then, every day, if you're doing 20 minutes meditation, because you have a lot of work, you should meditate twice a day, because your schedule is busy. That important meditation is. So,
and can I just
if I get a chance to speak about meditation, I don't miss the chance. So all of you guys, please meditate. There are so many meditations available on YouTube channel, so there's no excuse to not to meditate, and then you will see how your day is more productive. So before we move on, I just wanted to check with you, Namita ji, of all these activities that you are doing, what about your contribution to the society? Have you ever because whatever happiness we get earning money, till we do something for others, we are not fully content, because earning money and having a very good family life, everything is fine, and having that position where people recognize you, everything is good, but till we give service to the society, that contentment is not there. So what would you say, and would you like to share us something about your service aspect side of your life?
Sure. That's a wonderful question you've asked, Darshana. I usually don't talk about it, but because you're asking me, I would love to share. And the reason for sharing is to kind of inspire others also to do it. So, Christmas time is here, and one of my steps towards, kind of spreading happiness and joy is that every time during the Christmas, I kind of give a small party where I invite all the underprivileged children at my terrace. It's a terrace party for Christmas, and I do that every year. And I don't always talk about it. Maybe sometimes I would have posted it. So that's one part. The second part is that, I'm not right now, but I have been a United Nations volunteer where I had, done some projects for United Nations, used my marketing and content skills to kind of support the global cause. So that's another way. And the third way is that I do try to kind of help people, help with education, try and help girl childs with education. There are some people I'm associated with who I try to help them out. So I try my best to kind of add to the world in whatever best manner I can. So far, I have not started an NGO of sorts, but maybe someday I do want to, for women, especially for women upliftment and for girl child education, I would want to kind of take a bigger step in years to come. As of now, I am doing my bit. And I would love to kind of, I also, contribute to UNICEF, and there are many other associations that I'm, associated with in some form or the other, and some NGOs. So that part is there. I don't always talk about it. So it's like, you do it, but you do it with the idea of not talking about it. But I understand your question is because you want to inspire, you want to kind of take my story to inspire others. So yes, I mean, it's a very good thing to do, and all of us must do it. And, to talk about meditation once again, because Darshana said that if you have a lot of work, you should meditate. I would say if you have a lot of work, you should meditate twice a day, in the beginning of the day and in the end of the day. And if you ever get stuck in a project, you don't know what to do, just meditate and you will know. So I think
Wonderful,
just to kind
wonderful.
of bring that topic back to the conversation. And yes, I would request all the viewers here to kind of do their bit. Please help out whosoever you can. Bring a smile to someone's face. Bring education in someone's life who cannot afford it. We're all here to make this world a better place, and we only have to do it. Nobody else is going to do that. So
Yes. And if you would like to, Namita ji, I would invite you to, talk to Rashmi ji. We have a lot of social projects happening, and she can update you if you'd like to be a part of it. Please contact Rashmi ji or me, and we can talk about it. But that will be offline. And this is an
yeah.
opportunity for us to share with the wider audience that, the service aspect of inspiring Indian women. You have to check out all the videos and see the history. It's just amazing work has happened within a very short span of time that inspiring Indian woman has been, how it started, and we have so many followers. So the main is the service aspect also. Please check out our website. And before we finish this most important question, what do you think is the most unique strength of women, and how can they be leveraged?
I think the unique strength of women is emotional intelligence. I think we are, far more emotionally intelligent. We can sense, and we can empathize better. We can sense what the person before us is going through, and I think that is a very important quality. We also have a high intuition ability. We know that we have that. So I think we need to use these qualities, which are our strengths, and apply them in a manner that kind of, helps us in moving ahead in life, and helps us to inspire others also to move ahead in life. For example, you just spoke about the social initiatives that that Inspiring Indian Women platform has done, which is an example of, good empathy, good social, emotional intelligence, good social calling. I mean, these are the qualities that are so much more evident in women than the other sex. So it's really important that we leverage it, we use it well, and we kind of help out others to kind of move forward with it. Similar qualities can be applied in a different environment also. And these strengths are very critical. I think all women should realize the power of emotion, how emotionally intelligent they are, how highly intuitive they are, how empathetic they are, and kind of use it to grow further in life.
Yes, yes, very nice, very nice. Of course, women are more emotional. I agree with you 100%. And, when you do a service aspect comes in your life, then suppose we are very successful in life, and sometimes that ego happens, knowingly or unknowingly, which sometimes we notice or don't notice, but other people notice. But when you bring in the service aspect, then that ego is always in the check. Then it makes us humble. Yeah, if you see Rashmi ji, how humble she is. I
Yes,
can say a
she's
lot of words
incredible.
about Rashmi ji, but it's about Namita ji today. So, Namita, please share your LinkedIn profile with our viewers. And last question before we finish, we could be going talking more and more, but there are lots of budding entrepreneurs here who are watching this. There are lots of people aspiring, to have huge corporate careers. There are teenagers watching this. What would be your advice to them?
So people who are entrepreneurs and started off recently and who want to grow further, I have three things to call out. First is keep networking. Build your network, meet people, as many people as you can. There are focus groups, activities. Today the whole world is there right in front of your, in your mobile or on the internet. So reach out to as many people as you can who you think can help you and network with them. The second is, finding the right mentors, who can eventually be your champions or even, kind of be your angel investors of sorts. So seek out mentors, constantly be on a lookout for reaching out to mentors. Not everybody may respond to you, but that doesn't mean that you don't keep trying, and you never know which opportunity opens up and what that brings, what step that brings to your career or your startup. So networking, seeking out mentors, and constantly accepting, observing, and tackle change. So everything is changing, and I think one of the important things that entrepreneurs specifically have to keep in mind is they don't have to be very rigid in what they are doing. You have to know when to pivot, how to change, what technology has come, what do you think, do you really think this is going to work, don't you think this is going to change, because now that has come in the market. So I think pivoting and accepting change is a very important uh, quality or mindset that you need to develop. Networking, mentoring, and pivoting to accept change or tackle change. You should not be very rigid that this is what I have thought and this is how it is going to be. You need to be a little flexible and open. If you're wise, if you think, if you're observing some changes happening in the world and you think you're still in the right track, fine, but keep evaluating where you are is what I'm trying to say. Uh, so I think these few things should help.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we will share Namita ji's LinkedIn profile everywhere. Any last words before we finish?
Please stay motivated, stay stay curious, and always keep learning, stay passionate, stay persistent. I think these are the few things that I have to say, and I wish everyone all the very best. And I would, love to be connected with all of you. So please do connect with me on Instagram, LinkedIn, and reach out to me for anything that I can help.
Wonderful. Thanks for that offer. So, viewers who are watching us and who are, a lot of people are joining now, and some people might join it later. Please subscribe to Inspiring Indian Women's YouTube channel, where all these wonderful guests videos will be posted. And I'll be seeing you next Sunday with a wonderful guest again. Till then, stay tuned and take care. And wonderful greetings for the upcoming season. And Namita ji, thank you for being with us. See you soon then.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Rashmi ji. Thank you,
Bye
Darshana.
bye, everyone. Bye.